Welcome to the Big Dick episode, right here on That's Good Broncos. We just finished Week 12, and after a shitty loss in St. Louis, the Broncos bounced back in a big dick way. So stay tuned for the dramatic revealing of who won the Big Dick Player Award. In this high-scoring affair that was supposed to be a battle of defenses, there are many players worthy of the Big Dick Player Award. These guys are getting the not quite big dick, but the kind that still feels just right but doesn't take me over the top with just that tiny bit of pain award. Julius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and Peyton Manning all played a great game. Thomas is obviously deserving with his 3 touchdown catches. 3 touchdowns in one game can never be overlooked. But what was most impressive about Demaryius to me during the game was his down-the-field blocking. Had C.J. Anderson been paying attention late in the game, he could have scored another touchdown if he followed Demaryius Thomas, who just demolishes the defender right here. Nice blocking, DT. That's right, DT. Some of us fans notice your down-the-field blocking. Keep it up. Now, football is a team game, which makes giving this award very tricky sometimes. So today, I'm going to give it to C.J. Anderson and the offensive line. Anderson had 168 yards rushing and a touchdown during the game. He also finished the game pretty much all by himself. First, he recovered the onside kick, just catches it without even thinking twice. And then he converts a first down with this big 20-plus yard gain right after Miami used their final timeout. C.J. Anderson, game closer, defense crusher. And anytime I give the Big Dick Player Award to a running back, it can probably be shared with the offensive line. Those two things have to mesh for success. The Broncos' offensive line had been criticized all week for their terrible performance against St. Louis, but they bounced back against a very good Miami defense. They're getting the award for their response to adversity and because they responded dominantly to a team that could have easily outplayed them. And I'm falling in love with my new favorite duo on the field, Franklin and Bash. I think Orlando Franklin genuinely loves his running backs, and I'm starting to think he's just a big, sensitive guy. He was criticized the most last week, and he responded with plays like this one on 4th and 2, making a key block that allows C.J. Anderson to get the 2 yards needed for a first down and more. Did I mention and more? A whole bunch more. Nice run, Franklin and Bash. This was a great win for Denver. The offensive line had something to prove, and they proved the Broncos can have a balanced running and passing attack. C.J. Anderson proved he should be the starter. And more impressively, the Denver offense beat one of the best defenses in the league without having a pass-catching tight end. Jacob Tamme had 1 catch for -1 yards. We also learned that Virgil Green enhances the Broncos' running game as a blocking tight end. Sorry, Julius, but your off-season price tag just went down. Bring back Walmart, roll back those prices on Julius Thomas. Now, the Loose Vagina Award is going to be shared between Isaiah Burse and Brandon McManus for nearly costing the Broncos the game. Big surprise, right? Football, in addition to being a team game, is a situational game, and you have to always be aware of what fucking situation you are in. Burse, you cannot fumble in this situation. You single-handedly killed Denver's momentum and basically gave the Dolphins 7 points. But besides this fumble, at the very least, Isaiah Burse has been a dependable punt catcher this season. On to Brandon McManus. I would never say this about a player unless I believed it was 100% in the best interest of the Denver Broncos as a team. We have to cut McManus and bring in somebody who can kick field goals in high-pressure situations. I cannot remember a single kick this season that McManus made when there was any significance riding on the kick. He has a great leg but continues to shank makeable field goals in important situations. Scratch that, don't cut him. I want him to be able to eat. Keep him for kickoffs and bring in Jay Feely. Jay Feely doesn't have the leg to do kickoffs anymore, but he's a veteran who can make kicks under pressure. That's how you run an organization. You don't get rid of Matt Praters. I also think the Broncos should take TJ Ward out of the game in obvious passing situations. I don't think he has a clue on how to cover receivers or tight ends. Just look at this penalty on the Dolphins' 2-point conversion. TJ, why did you think you could do that? Do you understand the rules of playing in the secondary? You gotta get your shit together, man. Take an hour out of every day and make Chris Harris work with you on the field and how to cover receivers. You, Chris Harris, and Demaryius Thomas. If you can learn to cover Demaryius Thomas, you can learn to cover anybody in the league. I'm a problem solver. Thanks for watching the Big Dick Player episode. For more Broncos videos and news, head over to themilehighhuddle.com. We are cranking out Broncos content there like nobody else, except for many other websites. Also, if you're feeling down on life, check out these videos by my personal life coach, Tijuana Jackson. TJ helped me learn self-worth. Maybe he can teach you something as well. He also taught me a lot of things about prison that I never knew.